Attention investors, this video will reveal how to safely make 1% profit on a large amount of assets every month during a US-China trade war. This video is for investors who have at least $100,000 capital to put to work. I'm sorry, but if you have less than that, you won't be the type of investor who loves our content. But if you're not greedy and are happy generating a small but steady, consistent return, this will be the most important video on YouTube you've ever watched. We now have a small group of 100 plus investors who combined have at least $20 million in assets who trust our trade alerts. And you'll be able to start making money with this strategy within minutes of watching this video. There is no catch, there is no fee, and if you look at the comments below, you can see proof this is the real deal. I'm going to teach you how to set up your own bank, but instead of loaning out dollars, you'll be loaning out extremely popular stocks. And if you're careful and choose America's #1 stock, you'll have a safe long-term investment plus about 1% a month of interest or profit. That means for every $100,000 of savings, you can now count on around $1,000 a month of income for the rest of your life. And if you have $500,000 in savings, that's $60,000 a year of income you can now count on. And if you have $1 million saved, then you're really set. And you can now pay yourself $120,000 a year of income consistently and without risking a large amount of capital. Now, this business does require some work. This business requires that you own at least 100 shares of the #1 stock in the world, which is the SPY ETF. It represents the S&P 500. The SPY is the best recognized and oldest ETF and typically tops rankings for the largest assets under management and the greatest trading volume. The fund tracks the massively popular US index, the S&P 500. When you buy one share of the SPY ETF, your capital is automatically diversified into technology companies, financial companies, healthcare, consumer, industrial, energy, utilities, telecommunications, and even basic materials. But your biggest positions are concentrated in the companies that cannot stop winning. We're talking about Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan, Johnson & Johnson, Google, and ExxonMobil. These are the most liquid, highly traded products in the world. Now, beyond the SPY ETF, we also like the TLT, the US Treasury. Of course, the tax revenue from these great companies goes to the US government, which is why when you combine our strategies together, it's extremely hard to lose. And right now, I'm looking at the combined return of our strategies since we launched this program in mid-December. This is during the Christmas massacre. Most people were freaking out, losing lots of money. Hedge funds were going out of business, primarily because the SPY ETF outperforms everyone. But this is our return and how we've managed to get 100 very happy clients to follow our trade alerts every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon Eastern. And it is a quick 2-minute trade. December, we returned 1.17%. January 2.19, February 1.75, March 2.74, April 1.19, May 2.23, June 3.21, July we had a loss -1%, August 2.53, and we're just getting started. And so the strategy is quite simple. First, we buy 100 shares of the SPY ETF. Step 2, for every 100 shares you own, you can log into an online broker or even on your phone, and you can collect income by writing covered calls. And if you've never traded options, don't worry. We make it so easy. Every email we send you has the exact screenshot of how to place the trade. And like my dad says, it takes him more time to take out the trash than it does to place a covered call against the SPY ETF. And in fact, for every 1,000 shares of the SPY ETF you own, you can easily collect $250 of income every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with a 2-minute trade from your phone. And this is with what we call an out-of-the-money option. That means if the SPY goes up, you'll get to keep most of the profit on the SPY, plus get to keep the person who purchased this call option's money. I call it taking candy from a baby. It's really a foolish bet to buy these call options, but stock speculators who don't have $30,000 to go buy 100 shares of the SPY, they can't do it. So they buy these call options to borrow yours. So you become the banker and can generate very handsome returns with very little risk by taking advantage of options that expire every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the SPY. All other securities are weekly. It's very unique that the SPY ETF has a highly liquid option market that has expirations 3 times a week. That means we have 3 income opportunities a week, 52 weeks a year, 156 opportunities. And sometimes we're making $100 per contract or $1,000 of profit for every 1,000 shares of SPY. Now, if we just be conservative with the $250 mark on 1,000 shares of the SPY, that's still $39,000 of income a year. To own 1,000 shares of the SPY, it's about a $300,000 investment. But you get to hold on to that asset, which represents the S&P 500, the best 500 companies in America. There's no better stock to own. Now, I do recommend that with a small piece of the covered call income, we purchase what I call crash insurance. So that's a put option. And usually I'll take about half of the income I'm pulling. So that'll be more like $50 a contract instead of $25. And I'm buying crash insurance right below the SPY. So by doing so, we can have what I call an atomic bomb-proof trade alert, where we have a high probability of generating consistent income. But if the stock market crashes, you could care less. We never, ever, ever do a trade that does not have a put option directly below the price of the underlying asset. And so this is something that makes our program very unique. Not only are we taking candy from the baby with our covered call, we're also protecting against a dramatic crash in either the stock market or the bond market by buying a put option at all times. So we're financing it with part of the income from the covered call. Now I'll tell you what, I've had these millionaires complaining all year long about losing money on the put option, about it taking some of their huge profits off the table. And then guess what we got? A Trump tweet saying tariffs are going up. And that day the market crashed. Our investors did very well because we had a put option. It went up 900%. So we don't buy crash insurance to make money. We do it to prevent loss. And if you're worried about stocks crashing, if you've lived through more than one stock crash, this program has absolute protection at all time. And we now have a small but quickly growing group of investors who take our trade alert at noon Eastern every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you'll get it immediately at noon, a text message with a link to a live stream. I go live on YouTube and answer questions and go into about a half an hour to hour of macro news about what's going on in the world and what is impacting exactly how we do our trades. On top of the YouTube live stream that you can join daily, we also have a more exclusive webinar hosted by Zoom. Now this is one where we can actually chat live and hear each other's voices. So that's also something you can do when you join our program and take a 7-day free trial. You'll get to meet other members, hear their voices, let your voice be heard, and talk to me directly once a week. So are you ready to start your free trial? Just click the link below on the left-hand corner. You'll get 7 days free. There's no credit card. Also, if you don't mind, hit the like button on this video, leave a comment below. That will help us get more organic rankings in YouTube. Plus, I highly recommend you subscribe to the channel and click the bell. What you'll get is our live daily stream where I talk about our previous trade alerts, what our returns look like, what our forecasts in the markets are, and everything else in between. Plus, you'll get to see other members asking me questions through the live chat. So that's a wrap. We really hope you'll take the time to sign up for a free trial. 7 days absolutely free. Our goal is to put more money in your pocket than our entire service costs for the next year in your free week. Plus, we have the daily live stream on YouTube, so you're going to want to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And on top of that, we have a more exclusive private webinar once a week. That's Wednesdays for our paid group at 1 Eastern, and Thursday for our free trial list, which you'll have an unlimited amount of invites, so you can join it every week until you do decide to become a member. So that's it. Thanks again for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Click the link, sign up for your free trial, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Take advantage of it all. We really work very hard to produce a lot of free content on YouTube. Our paid membership gives you the trade alerts in text message and email the day of. And we're very excited to have over 100 members and growing quickly. So thanks again.